Stop crying.
Stop with the tears.
Don't cry. Pick yourself up.
Stop with the emotion.
Don't be a pussy. Don't let nobody disrespect you.
Be cool and be kind of a dick.
Always keep your mouth shut.
Nobody likes a tattletale.
Bros come before hoes.
Don't let your woman run your life.
You bitch.
What a fag.
Get laid. Do something.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Grow some balls.
The three most destructive words that every man receives when he's a boy is when he's told to be a man.
We've constructed an idea of masculinity in the United States that doesn't give young boys a way to feel secure in their masculinity. So we make them go prove it all the time.
Within their peer group culture, each of them is posturing based on how the other boys are posturing, and what they end up missing is what they each really want, which is just that closeness.
In good times, guys are like really close to each other, but when things get a little bit worse, you're on your own.
From middle school, I had 4 really close friends. But once I kind of went into high school, I struggled finding people I can talk to because.
Hi everyone, so today I'm going to talk to you about a powerful documentary named The Mask You Live In, which was released in 2015 and directed by Jennifer Newsom. It was very good. It was a very good documentary. I loved it. Basically, the movie dives deep into how boys and men in American culture are pressured to live up to a really narrow and honestly like unhealthy definitions of masculinity. You know, the idea of man up, don't cry, be aggressive. Yeah, that's exactly what this film explored. And in this video, I want to break down what the movie shows us, how masculinity is portrayed, and then offer some ideas on how we can shift the conversation, especially through media, to create something healthier and better. Let's start. The Mask You Live In follows real boys and men that are students, athletes, educators, and even former gang members. And one theme that comes up again and again is emotional suppressions. From a young age, boys are taught to disconnect from their feelings. They hear things like stop crying, don't be a girl, man up. And the poem is this message sticks with them. By the time this boy becomes teen adults, they've been exposed. They've been conditioned to bottle up everything up. Anger, sadness, vulnerability. So instead, they express pain through aggression, violence, or total emotional shutdown. Even total emotional shutdown. Yes, you heard it right. Another behavior the film explores is hyper competition and dominance.
Whether it's homicidal violence or suicidal violence, people resort to such desperate behavior only when they are feeling shame and humiliated, or feel they would be if they didn't prove that they were real men.
If you're told from day one, don't let nobody disrespect you, and this is the way you handle it as a man, respect is linked to violence.
If I can man up, why step down from that? You feel me? It's like instinct.
So man up, man up, man up, man up. Awesome fucking ball. Act like a man. Be a man.
Be a man.
For my kids, I was gonna end this hyper-masculine narrative here.
Especially in sports and social groups. In being a real man is equated with being physically tough, emotionally detached, and always winning. But what about connections, networking, friendship, emotional intelligence? There is a heartbreaking moment in the film where a boy says, I feel like I'm wearing a mask every day. That quote inspired the title of the film, and it really captures how masculinity became a performance instead of authenticity. But now let's flip this. What if the media showed a different kind of masculinity, one where emotional openness was respected? Imagine a scene where a boy is struggling with something, and instead of being mocked or told to hide it, he's supported by his father, friends, teacher, coaches, and etc. That one change could be powerful. It could be really powerful. Instead of teaching him to suppress, we can teach him to process it. Or what if we reworked a moment from the film, like when a young athlete says he is afraid to cry because his teammates will call him soft. In some way, the team culture encourages vulnerability. One player opens up, and instead of rejections, others respect his honesty. We could even go further. Let's imagine schools and sports team running workshops on emotional intelligence, showing male role models talking about their honest struggles, fears, and growth. That's how you look. That's how you break the cycles. This kind of rewrites aren't just idealistic; they are essential. According to a research from the American Psychological Associations, men who repress emotions are at higher risk of depressions, anxiety, and drug addictions. On the flip side, emotional literacy builds resilience, empathy, and stronger relationships. Media is, if you think why this thing matters, it matters because media is one of the biggest teachers of behavior, especially for young people. If all boys seen on a screen are tough guys who never cry and solve problems with violence, they are going to model that. But what if you start showing complex, emotionally honest men on a screen? Either it is dad, friends, brother, athletes, and even superheroes that can completely shift the narrative. A study by Common Sense Media found that kids who consume media with pro- emotionally intelligent characters showed increased empathy in real life. That's huge. It means the story we tell literally shaped the people we became. So make sure next time a movie, TV show, or commercial tries to define what a real man is, we need to ask who benefits from that and would it look like to show masculinity in a way that's real, vulnerable, and whole. To wrap up this, the Mask You Live In is more than just a documentary. For me, I think it's a mirror. It shows us how society teaches boys to wear mask of toughness, silence, and dominance. But it also gives us a choice. Either we can keep reinforcing that mask, or we can help take it out. In this video, I've looked at the film's portrayal of masculinity, the harm it causes, and how can we rewrite the narrative into something more inclusive and healing. The media we create and consume matter, and it's time we use it to help boys and men grow, not just survive. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the links in the description box for the clip and resources at the end. Thank you.